Okay, so very good afternoon and welcome back, my friends. I hope you have seen these things in the map now. That these are the regional division of Indian northern plain of India. This regional division in which I did said about Indus plain, Ganga plain, and as you know, Brahmaputra plain, three plains I told you. In the Indus plain part, you have like one area. Part of this one is the plain of Punjab, Indus plain, Haryana plain. Haryana plain has Punjab and your Indus as well as Ganga plains. There is like Ganga river contribution also there. But towards south of this, you have the Rajasthan plain, which is different here. So, regional division, I can Ganga plain, we can prepare this like a flow chart, like regional division of Ganga plain. Okay, regional division of Ganga plain. Regional division of the Ganga plain. I said here it is divided into different part. This is the Ganga plain. Two approaches you have here: regional division, structural division. This is the Ganga plain here. Ganga plain. There are two approach. One is regional division. Another one is structural division. Regional division and structural division. And as I said, if you look at the regional division of this plain, three areas I told you. Here I said Indus plain, Ganga plain, and the Brahmaputra plain. Brahmaputra plain. Three plains you have here. Further, I said this part can be further subdivided into Punjab plain, Haryana plain, and Rajasthan plain. One is this in India it is Punjab plain, this is Haryana plain, and Rajasthan plain. Okay. In the regional division here you have also three major areas here. One in this case Upper Ganga plain, middle Ganga plain and lower Ganga plain. And in this case, we have only two parts here. Brahmaputra plain is upper Assam plain and the lower Assam plain. Lower Assam plain. Brahmaputra plain is also called as the Assam plain. Okay, the two parts here. स्ट्रक्चरल डिवीजन में अच्छा once more this Ganga plain upper middle and lower Ganga plain, this is one approach. Another approach is you have in regional division, you have based on again geographical, as I said, structural division of Ganga plain. Sorry. This is northern plain, sorry, I have just given structural division mein you have two things in the northern plain here. You have one, the structural division of the, I said only this is here is Khadar and Bangar. Two parts only in this. Okay. Structural. Regional and structural regional division. Northern plain ki Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. Structural division Khadar and Bangar. This is here the northern plain as a whole I have just given. Okay. पूरे northern plain का मैंने कहा ये. गंगा प्लेन फर्दर अपर मिडिल एंड लोअर गंगा प्लेन का फिर डिवीजन और भी है. We will see that. So northern plain, I said that this is Ganga plain नहीं करके इसको northern plain करिए. Please rectify this of northern plain. Okay, regional division of the northern plain. Please see these things. Okay. Meanwhile, let me again, I hope you got these things like division. In northern plain ki regional division Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra plain. Okay. And it had structural means Khadar and Bangar. Khadar are the young alluvial soil, Bangar are the older alluvial soil. Based on this, it is two division as I just said. Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra plain as I have just mentioned. Let us see, in the Indus plain we have given this. इंडस प्लेन का फिर डिवीजन है कितना है? तीन बोला था मैं. इंडस प्लेन हैज थ्री पार्ट्स, पंजाब प्लेन, हरियाणा एंड राजस्थान प्लेन. सो लेट अस नाउ मूव ऑन अबाउट दिस इंडस प्लेन इटसेल्फ. इन द इंडस प्लेन यू कैन नोट डाउन हियर, इन द इंडस प्लेन this is here is like one point, please note down here. It is primarily the western part is made up of Bangar. Okay. Western part of the Indus plain is made up of older alluvial soil called as Bangar. They are called as Bangar. Western part has mostly older alluvial soil in the east called as Bangar. Okay. Here you have narrow depressions are found known as Dhoros. Narrow depressions. Narrow depression in the Bangar region of Indus plain is called as Dhoros. Dhos. Dhoros. Can you write down this? Narrow depressions in the Bangar regions of Indus plain is called as Dhoros. Dhos. Dhoros. Mostly towards Pakistan you will find these Dhoros. Toward the Pakistan mostly you will find the Dhoros. Toward the Pakistan you will find the Dhoros. And you know, there are salt affected. There are shallow wetlands are there in this region. There are shallow wetlands you will find. Shallow wetlands are also found near the river banks of Western Indus plain. Western Indus plain of Punjab and Sindh region called as Dhoros था, धंड होता है ये DHAND Dhands. Okay. Dhoros are narrow depressions. Narrow depressions are Dhoros. Okay, Indus plain में. और धंड जो होते हैं, these are like these are locally called Sindh language. It means shallow lake. So these are the here regions you will find out this entire zone. Local names Purbi Nara. That is in the Sindh regions we have like this. Okay. So this is in the mostly in the Indus, proper Indus regions. Matlab Pakistan, Sindh province side you have like this. Even in part of Punjab plain you will find the same language you use. Okay. Let us look at now Punjab plain. First one here is Punjab plain. Punjab plain. अच्छा एक चीज है, अगर सालाइन हो गया तो उसको चारी कहते हैं, याद रखें. अगर ये सालाइन, सम रीजन्स यू हैव सालाइन लेक लाइक डेवलपमेंट इज देयर इन द राजस्थान, उसको बोलते हैं चारी. प्लाया लेक होता है ना, उसको चारी भी कहते हैं. दैट आई विल कम इन द राजस्थान प्लेन. ओके. नेक्स्ट वन, द पंजाब प्लेन इज located in the state of both Punjab and Haryana as well as part of Rajasthan in India. So, geologically, technically, this plain extends in the states of Punjab, हरियाणा एंड हरियाणा में कौन सा मोस्टली वेस्टर्न हरियाणा एंड गंगा रीजन्स ऑफ एंड गंगानगर रीजन्स ऑफ राजस्थान राजस्थान की जो गंगानगर रीजन है आपकी पंजाब स्टेट ऑफ पंजाब एंड वेस्टर्न हरियाणा वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ हरियाणा दीज रीजन्स हैज प्रैक्टिकली स्पीकिंग इट इज लाइक टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग दिस इज कंपोजिशन इज एग्जैक्टली सेम हियर these regions says okay but regionally we are going for division of this is made up of Bangar mostly but Khadar is found along the river bank okay next point Punjab plain is primarily composed of Punjab plain is primarily composed of what? Bangar mean older alluvial soil. Bangar, older alluvial soil. Punjab plain is primarily composed of older alluvial soil. Again I am saying primarily composed of older alluvial soil. But there is younger alluvial soil known as Khadar. But near the river bank, near the river valley, younger alluvial soil also found, they are known as Khadar. They are Khadar, locally called as ये जो लोकल लैंग्वेज में वहाँ पे ये लोग उसको बोलते हैं बैट, locally called as bat. So this is like Punjab plain is primarily composed of Bangar, older alluvial soil, but near the river valley younger alluvial soil also found called as this is called as the bat. Called as bat. Okay. Okay, this is very, very important for us to know. Plain of Punjab. Now the Panj Doab, that is the Punjab plain, I have just mentioned. Bias and Satluj, Bish Doab, Bari Doab, Rachna, Chhaj, Chenab and Jhelum, Sindh Sagar Doab, Chenab, Jhelum, Chenab, and the Indus, Sindh Sagar Doab. This is Sindh Sagar Doab. We have all these Doab region, as I said, these are young alluvial soil, recently deposited alluvial soil, these are. So we can say here Punjab plain is very fertile due to the accumulation of different minerals from diversified parent rocks. देखिए अगर ये एलुवियल सॉइल है, दिस इज एलुवियल सॉइल, a region is, let us say, rich in potash. So the material here, potash rich material will come to this part. A region is rich in phosphorus. So this will be here in these regions. Phosphorus rich materials are there in these regions. Phosphorus is there, then phosphorus rich material will find out. When a region is rich in lime, this will also reach in the lime material. Lime rich material will get deposited here. Lime rich material will be there. If a region is, let us say, rich in sulfur, the parent rock is sulfur rich, then sulfur rich material will come here. So यहाँ का जो material है, it will be of different types here. Alluvial soil are why there? Because these parent rocks are different here. These are the parent rock. Parent material are different here. Different parent material है. So ये rock जो है ना reach होगा in different parent material. This leads to very fertile soil development. Punjab plain is very fertile due to the accumulation of different minerals from diversified parent rocks. Parent rocks are diversified, highly diversified for parent rocks area. You know it. Because of that only you will have like alluvial soil is very fertile. We have the most fertile alluvial soil because of this cause only. इसी के वजह से ही fertile alluvial soil होते हैं. Okay. Next one. Punjab plain is very fertile due to the accumulation of different minerals from the diversified parent rocks. मैंने कहा ये region से. So the plain has both खदर and बंदर. खदर is also there in this plain में खदर भी है मगर बहुत ही कम रहता है, बंगर ज़्यादा है. Okay. At the river valley you have cliff of low height. They have developed in both sides called as dhaya. If this is the river here, river plain में यहाँ पे ना ये होता है DHAYA, धया. धया क्या होता है? In these regions we have sometime cliff. धया. धया क्या होता है? लिखिए DHAYA. धया is cliff. At both sides of the river banks. Both sides of the river bank धाया नहीं, ये क्या बोलते हैं उसको, नॉट धाया, दिस इज नहीं धाया, DHAYA, ठीक है ठीक है। क्लिफ एट बोथ साइड्स ऑफ द रिवर बैंक्स, क्लिफ एट both sides of the river bank, we have banks with low height sedimentary deposit, okay, are called as धाया। धाया कहते हैं उसको। हम्स लाइक डिपोजिट ऑफ सेडिमेंट्स विल बी देयर, थोड़ा सा ऑपलैंड जैसा होगा। एक साइड अगर जिस टाइप अब अगर स्टीप है तो ब्लॉफ कहते हैं उसको। थोड़ा सा इस पे ये जो है ना इस टाइप का डिपोजिट्स में, ऐसे नदी है, नदी की घाटी है, थोड़ा सा ऑपलैंड होगा, ऐसे डिपोजिट होता है यहाँ पे। दिस रिवर का वैली है। Let me draw it in a proper way. Here this is the river is flowing in this particular part, river is आ रही है, और यहाँ पे देखिए there are like here we have deposits है, यहाँ पे sedimentary deposit like this it is here, this is called as what, धाया। और एक साइड अगर थोड़ा स्टीप साइड जो है ना, दिस साइड इज स्टीपर, दिस स्टीप साइड इज कॉल्ड एज ब्लॉफ। क्या कहते हैं उसको, ब्लॉफ। ये जो है ना ब्लॉफ है, ये पूरे प्लेटफॉर्म को पूरे को धाया कहते हैं। लोकली वी कॉल इट, एंड डिफरेंट ऑथर हैज गिवन डिफरेंट नेम फॉर दिस, बट दिस इज ए वेरी एक्सेप्टेड वन। सो alluvial deposits, cliff of low height of cliff होता है bluff। These are the cliff of low height, okay, cliff of low height, they are called as bluff। ये bluff है तो ये पूरे को धाया कहेंगे, पूरे जो है धाया है, ठीक है, bluff and धाया। You will find out all this in these regions. Okay, done. I got some question here that how Chenab is the largest tributary of Indus? Here it looks like Satluj is the largest one. ड्रेनेज में देखते हैं, ड्रेनेज में कराएंगे। Another question I got here, sir, which river are allotted to Pakistan by the Indus Water Treaty? Let us see. Wait. All the answer you will get it in drainage system. That is, we'll have a discussion in the drainage system itself. पूरे डिटेल पर करेंगे उसको, वाटर शेयरिंग एंड ईज। आई होप इट इज क्लियर टू यू। यहाँ तक तो क्लियर है। लेट मी नाउ मूव ऑन टू अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है। पंजाब प्लेन वेरी फर्टाइल प्लेन है। पंजाब प्लेन तो हो गया, ये हरियाणा प्लेन में भी ऐसे ही होगा। हरियाणा प्लेन लिखते हैं, हरियाणा प्लेन इट इज एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द पंजाब प्लेन। It is an extension of the Punjab plain की extension है, and it is like same way, this particular plain, extension of the Punjab plain I said, it is the Haryana plain. Remember here also you have two parts. If this is the Haryana plain, अगर ये हरियाणा प्लेन है, इसका दो हिस्सा है. One part here it is known as, this part is known as Bhiwani Khadar, this one is known as Haryana Bagad. Haryana Bagad, and this is here is Bhiwani Khadar. Okay, Khadar and Bangar. So Khadar is younger alluvial soil, as I showed, recently deposited alluvial soil. Bangar is the older alluvial soil. These two parts there, Haryana plain में ये होते हैं. So Haryana plain you have, this is river Yamuna. Here you have the river Yamuna is draining nearby. You know, this is here the river Yamuna. This is river Yamuna here. यमुना रिवर. सो इसको ये बोलते हैं यमुना खादर भी कहा जाता है. दिस रीजन आर ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज द यमुना खादर रीजन्स. दिस रीजन also called as the Yamuna Khadar. This part also called as the Yamuna Khadar. ये भी यमुना खादर बोलते हैं इसको रीजन्स पे, बिकॉज खादर जो होता है ना रिसेंटली डिपोजिटेड एलुवियल सॉइल है यहाँ पे. ठीक है. सो दिस इज हियर. बाकी कॉम्पोजिशन सब समान है किसके साथ, एज लाइक द अदर वन. सो इट इज हरियाणा प्लेन हैज द ग्रेटर एफिनिटी विद द पंजाब प्लेन. बाकी सब में समान है ये. चलिए अभी देखते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन इज यू हैव योर राजस्थान प्लेन. राजस्थान प्लेन, this plane is comparatively, this is mostly because of aridity, you know, sandy profile is more. It extends from the west of Aravalli range to the Indo-Pak border. Okay. India-Pakistan border. Though eastern plain in Rajasthan also they are towards Haryana plain की extension है south के तरफ. Okay. This region's extreme western part is Marusthali. Extreme western segment is the Marusthali region. Again, I am saying the extreme western part is the Marusthali. Marusthali, it is the true desert of the, you know, in fact, the Rajasthan desert regions it is, which I told you. So, Rajasthan plain, this is western Aravalli to western part of Aravalli, west of Aravalli to India-Pakistan border, this side. So, this is here is the part here, primarily, though eastern part also you have there. third desert is located towards this part. Okay, so please note down here यहाँ पे क्या है ये. फिर you have, there are the soil of this region. Soil is sandy and rich in salt content. Okay, this soil is sandy and rich in, that's why rust, because salt content is there. So it is like, this particular soil, it looks very this like pale whitish color. Will find out this. देखने में अच्छा लगता है. Sandy profile also. Soil is sandy. There are three types of soil: sandy, loamy and silty. Clayey also there. So the alluvial soil here is mostly sandy alluvial soil. So it cannot retain water for long. Okay. There are salt seasonal salt lakes in this region called as playa. They are called as the playa lake. Seasonal saline one is playa lake. Okay, playa. So saline lakes also you will get. We have sandy plain found near Luni river known as Thali. 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 Sandy plain developed near Luni river valley. Sandy plain developed near the Luni river valley. They are called as Thali. Thali. Okay, these are Thali. So these are certain things which is associated with these particular regions. This plain area is well known for bajra, jowar, maize, wheat and mustard. Crop wise, if you will see, I said here you will find out bajra, jowar and maize at kharif crop, and the rabi season wheat and mustard in the rabi season. Kharif crop bajra, jowar and maize. Wheat and mustard are the rabi crop which you will find. Kharif and rabi two crops will. Done. So this is all about this region, Rajasthan plain. Okay, now I will move on to the next one. It is the Ganga plain. Ganga plain के आते हैं. Ganga plain developed by river Ganga and its tributaries, developed by the sediments from or sedimentary deposits of the Ganga river and its tributaries. Developed by the sedimentary deposits of the Ganga river and its tributaries, Ganga plain. Okay, this is again a very important one. This Ganga plain can be divided into three parts. आप देखिए गंगा प्लेन डिपोजिशनल प्लेन है. अगर ये गंगा प्लेन, तो हमारा तीन अप्रोच में उसको गंगा प्लेन को हम डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. स्ट्रक्चरल डिवीजन, रीजनल डिवीजन, जियो इकोलॉजिकल डिवीजन. अवध प्लेन, मिथिला प्लेन, अवध प्लेन, रोहिलाखंड प्लेन, मिथिला प्लेन, रार प्लेन, डेल्टा प्लेन. डेल्टा प्लेन। ये पूरा डिटेल रीजनल डिवीजन है। पहले जो बताया मैं, दैट इज ए ब्रॉड डिवीजन, अपर लोअर एंड मिडिल, है ना। और रीजनल जियो इकोलॉजिकल हो नहीं, उसको जियो इकोलॉजिकल and this is regional. अपर गंगा प्लेन, मिडिल गंगा प्लेन, ओके, दिस इज अ डिवीजन हियर। सो गंगा प्लेन की ये तीनों है, जियो इकोलॉजिकल, रीजनल डिवीजन, ये तीनों है। आई विल ड्रॉ द डायग्राम नाउ, प्लीज डू दिस फर्स्ट। आई होप यू हैव डन दिस, completed. It okay? Done. Now I'll move for this is the Ganga plain, no? This is the only the Ganga plain. Ganga plain only. स्ट्रक्चरल जियोलॉजी रीजनल मैंने 3 डिवीजन दे दिया। अच्छा, one question, a good question. Chari and playa, you didn't said anything. See, playa are bit larger, chari are very small. Okay, difference between chari and playa, chari is very small, बहुत छोटे होते हैं चारी। सॉल्ट लेक वो ड्राई बेड होगा ना, ड्राई सॉल्ट लेक बेड, दे नोन चारी। ओके, आई हैवंट डिस्कस्ड, फाइन, नो प्रॉब्लम। राजस्थान प्ले में चारी एक लिख दीजिए, चारी। चारी आर वेरी स्मॉल प्लाया लेक टाइप, वेरी स्मॉल वन, बट ड्राई हो जाते हैं वो, दे बिकेम ड्राई इवन। ठीक है, आई होप इट इज क्लियर टू यू ऑल नाउ। इतना तो हो गया होगा, अभी देखते हैं डिटेल में। लेट मी ड्रॉ दिस। गुड, थैंक यू। तराइन भाबर जो है ना, we have written, sir, are Tarai and Bhabbar are not a part of structural division. स्ट्रक्चरल डिवीजन में लिखा ना तराई भब्बर खदर बंगर, ये क्या है? स्ट्रक्चरल डिवीजन ऑफ, बिकॉज इट इज फ्रॉम दैट द फुट हिल्स ऑफ द हिमालय। सो आई हैवंट मेंशन अर्लियर, नाउ इट इज देयर, आई हैव गिवन हियर। अब देखो यहाँ पे डिटेल डिवीजन में है ये। ठीक है, गंगा प्लेन इज दिस स्ट्रक्चरल डिवीजन, खादर बंगर तराई भब्बर, दे आर टुवार्ड्स द फुट हिल्स ऑफ द हिमालय। जियोलॉजिकल डिवीजन अवध प्लेन, रोहिलाखंड, मिथिला, रार प्लेन, डेल्टा प्लेन। ये रीजनल डिवीजन में अपर गंगा, मिडिल एंड लोअर गंगा प्लेन। नाउ लेट अस ड्रॉ द गंगा रिवर सो दैट इट विल गेट सम आइडिया। मेरे साथ साथ ड्रॉ करिए, प्लीज ड्रॉ विथ मी। ओके, थोड़ा सा क्लमजी लग सकता है बट इट्स ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, डोंट वरी, एंड लेट अस डू दिस। लेट अस से हियर इज द बे ऑफ बंगाल। Ganga river, Ganga, this is Ram Ganga, this one is Gomti, it is Ghagra, this is Gandak, Kosi, this one is Mahananda, Mahananda river. Here you have a river, River Son, Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken. Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken. Son river. Damodar river. Please draw this first. Draw this network. Ganga, Yamuna, Ram Ganga, Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi, Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken, Son and the Damodar is here. Can you see this? You know from this side you have river, Brahmaputra is coming and it will have like so ये सब है, so इसलिए I will not do this. In the drainage system only will do this. चलिए बनाइए please, first please do this. Clear? हो गया क्या? If completed, tell me. I'll do that. Tone river is also a river tributary of Yamuna. Yes. Also in Ganga, there are two tones. One Tone river draining into the Ganga, another one is even in the Yamuna. There are two Tones rivers, remember. In MP, the Tone is there, which is tributary of Yamuna. In Uttarakhand, there is a Tone, which is a tributary of Ganga. Okay, so look at there. There are all the drainage में करेंगे डिटेल में. प्लेन पर्सपेक्टिव पे जो इम्पोर्टेंट है दैट वी आर डूइंग हियर. सो यहाँ पे जो प्लेन होगा, दिस प्लेन रीजन हियर, गंगा यमुना दोआब है, दोआब plain. Ganga Jamuna Doab is there, Doab plain. Okay. Ram Ganga here. Ram Ganga and Ganga. Which plain is there? This is here is the Rohilakand plain. Here we have the Rohilakand. Rohilakand plain. This one is Rohilakand plain. And here you have the Awadh plain. Awadh plain. Rar plain. Mithila plain. And this region here it is the delta plain. Sundarban delta. Okay. Can you just do this? See here, these plains here in this region. Upper Ganga plain, middle Ganga plain, and this is here is lower Ganga plain. This is middle Ganga plain. Here you have the lower Ganga plain. Okay, this is here is the Ganga plain. Can you just have a glance over this? Got it? अपर गंगा प्लेन, मिडिल गंगा प्लेन, लोअर गंगा प्लेन. देखो अवध प्लेन से जो ऊपर है ये है अपर गंगा प्लेन है. इलाहाबाद प्रयागराज से ऊपर. ओके. Can you just check out, is it correct here? I don't think, like, Son river is joining Kosi के पास है ना. Can you see that? So lower Ganga plain primarily in the West Bengal, middle Ganga plain in Bihar, and upper Ganga plain in the western part of UP, Uttar Pradesh. You read it? UP, Bihar, and West Bengal, 3 states. Delta plain is a part of the lower Ganga plain, right? Delta plain. Hope you got some idea now. Just check out, the Son river is after the Gandak or before the Gandak. Can you check it out in your atlas? I think it is after the Gandak. Check out. Is it correct? Panchprayag will be discussed with your drainage system, please. Panchprayag will do this with the drainage system. Can you just see this? आप बना लिया क्या? आप मुझे देखो, बताओ, सोन रिवर जो ज्वाइन कर रहा है गंडक के बाद या गंडक से पहले है? Son river, Mithila plain and Son river, both you can see. Just check out. Is it correct here? Okay. Yes, anyone who can give me the answer, please look at your atlas and find out whether Son and the Gandak river clearly shown here, is sequence is correct or not. चलिए, upper Ganga plain, we'll see now. These plains, as I have just mentioned, these are Doab region. Doab region का मतलब क्या है? There you have here generally in these regions sediments, they got deposited from different river and they form this plain area. Now this is very fertile plain, Ganga plain, which extends from, as I said, sandwich between the Himalaya and the peninsular plateau. दोनों के बीच में है, peninsular plateau और Himalaya के बीच में है ये. These are the regional division of this one. What is here? What type of soil you are having in upper Ganga plain, middle and lower Ganga plain? Before Gandak, तो सही है फिर. Son is reaching before Gandak, so सही है. ठीक है, fine. So if it is drawn correctly, well, then good. Thank you. So just see here. Once it is done, let me now look at the upper Ganga plain. Question आपका देखा है प्रीलिम में? We got question like what are the important crop of upper Ganga plain, cash crop of middle Ganga plain, lower Ganga plain, like this, they are asking question. Let us see why it is, what type of crop is there in these regions also. So, first is upper Ganga plain. I hope it is drawn. Upper Ganga plain, as it is saying, the upper part of the Ganga river, so it includes definitely which part? North of Prayagraj, the entire region north of Prayagraj. So upper Ganga plain. So located mostly in Uttar Pradesh and extends from your Haridwar to Prayagraj. So this is here. But Prayagraj, near Prayagraj, you have, this is the Doab regions. So it includes Ganga, Yamuna, Doab, as well as you have Rohila Khand, Doab, and I said third one is Awadh Doab. Awadh Doab. Okay. So three areas here, Awadh Doab, Rohila Khand, and these three are regions here in this part, right? Mostly in Uttar Pradesh, extends from Haridwar to Prayagraj, I said, Ganga, Yamuna, Doab, Rohila Khand, Doab, Awadh Doab, I told you. So these regions here. So ये क्वेश्चन जो आते हैं ना यहाँ पे, what are the cash crop? What is the food crop? Food crop क्या है यहाँ पे? Cash crop, plantation crop, बताओ. उत्तर प्रदेश and these regions, बोलो. ब्रेकफास्ट भी रोटी, दोपहर रोटी, रात में रोटी, है ना? So it is, wheat is the most important one. Wheat is the most important, definitely it is wheat, most important food crop. And you must have seen, among the cash crop, if you will see in these regions, people, everyone's field, cropping field has sugar cane. So it means cash crop is sugar cane, cash crop, sugar cane, plantation crop also sugar cane, but another one is favorite activity. Here also there is dairy farming. Dairy farming, other occupation. What are the occupation? Other major occupation क्या है? People have the part-time activities, dairy farming. सभी का घर में almost dairy units will be there. Dairy farming in which they are doing very well. Right. Okay, fine. Right. ये अपर गंगा प्लेन में है। मिडिल गंगा प्लेन देखिए यहाँ पे द एलुवियल सॉइल विल डिफर हियर फ्रॉम सैंडी टू लोमी। Alluvial soil in this region are sandy to loamy alluvial soil, sandy to loamy alluvial soil, sandy to loamy alluvial soil. All these alluvial soils are there. Hope it is correct. Let me now move on. Upper Ganga plain is this. Next one is Middle Ganga plain. Middle Ganga plain. It extends from Prayagraj to Patna, Farakka, Prayagraj to Farakka, or up to Patna walo, south of Patna. This region you have up to Patna, south of Patna, near Farakka. These regions is there. This part you have Middle Ganga plain. Here the soil is different, mostly loamy alluvial soil, which is suitable for most of the crops. So यहाँ पे जो है ना फूड क्रॉप क्या है? फूड क्रॉप, कैश क्रॉप और कमर्शियल क्रॉप। कमर्शियल क्रॉप क्या है? देन अदर ऑक्यूपेशन, अदर ऑक्यूपेशन लोगों की क्या है एग्रीकल्चरल सेक्टर पे? सो विल हैव लाइक हियर फूड क्रॉप। देखो बताओ व्हाट इज द फूड क्रॉप? कैन एनीवन टेल मी? In the food crop, yes, here I am talking about the cultivation wise most prime. Here rice is the most important one, second is wheat. Cash crop, pulses, oil seeds. What is the pastime activity of the people, other occupation? Again, dairy, but there is a change here, dairy farm. There you have, in the first case it is mostly buffalo, here you will have cow. Differences is there. Cow is the most important dairy animal in fact in these regions. Okay. Food crop, cash crop, you have pulses and oil seeds also. अब इनका खान पान देखो ना, इस पे पता चल जाएगा. If you look at the food habits of the people, you will find out this. Now coming to the lower Ganga plain. Lower Ganga plain, mostly west, it is completely West Bengal, so definitely it has clayey alluvial soil. Clay alluvial soil we have. So in these regions, food crop is what? What is the food crop? Food crop dominantly it is only rice. Rice is the dominant food crop here. Cash crop, jute. Jute is the most important cash crop. plantation crop, but in the upper low-lying or slopy regions you have tea. Tea is a plantation crop. Other occupation में हो गया लोगों का aquaculture and fishing. This is also some people in rural area, they lives out of fishing. Fishing is a very important part-time activities in West Bengal. I said part-time activities because आप हम लोगों का जो फूड हैबिट्स है उससे पता चल जाएगा कहाँ पे क्या है. You go to northern plain, definitely the people of northern plain will have like a glass of milk every day almost. But if it will come towards eastern part, now West Bengal. In West Bengal, what you will get? A cup of tea, everybody. अब देखो यहाँ से यहाँ पर जाते हैं ना आप, while you move from here to here, our food habits will determine यहाँ से. In these regions, breakfast, lunch, dinner, सब wheat and related things are there. Wheat is the most important. No doubt, rice is occasional one. Rice somebody says, वो थोड़ा सा स्पेशल डे में होता है राइस, सभी दिन नहीं होता है. Here you will have like in these regions, this is here is daytime rice, in the night dinner you have mostly wheat. Breakfast pulses related, litti chokha you must be knowing about. See, the food habits is different. Here you have like rice is the most important one. So morning also in the breakfast you have like poha or something, the suji, whatever is there, something related with rice, or will have like a different one, even sometime pulses related things also you will get. So rice definitely in the daytime, night also you have rice. Rice is an important food crop here, and you see jute bag or jute demand is more in this side because production is also more here and eco-friendly also, it. So this is region here, you can see plantation crop, jute, tea, these are here. Plantation crop is tea, jute is a commercial crop. So these are certain things. I hope you got some idea about this. Rar plain is in between Damodar and Hooghly, this region. Found out now it's got delta plain, clayey one. Delta plain is clayey one, and this region has wet paddy. The paddy are of two types. ये एक होता है ड्राई पेडी, एक होता है वेट पेडी. जो राइस होगा मोस्टली वेट पेडी वी कल्टीवेट इन वेस्ट बंगाल. ड्राई पेडी फॉर एग्जांपल इन द बिहार एंड अदर पार्ट मध्य प्रदेश, इन तमिलनाडु ऑल्सो यू हैव ड्राई पेडी बट वेट पेडी इन दिस साइड. क्लियर है? सो लोअर गंगा प्लेन, अपर मिडिल गंगा प्लेन, यू गॉट इट. नाउ कमिंग टू स्ट्रक्चरल डिवीजन, मैंने आपको जो डिवीजन दिया था देखो आप यहाँ पे, दिस इज व्हाट आई सेड, अपर लोअर मिडिल गंगा प्लेन, डेल्टा प्लेन, रार प्लेन, मिथिला, ये जो है ना दिस प्लेन्स आर देयर. दिस इज जियोलॉजिकल कंडीशन, नथिंग. They are important for some crops and certain things. Culturally, they are different from rest of the area. So, geoecological I said. Khadar, Bangar, Tarai and Babbar. Structural division if I'll see. Now, let's look at the structural division of this part. Structural division of this. Okay. So, structural division of Ganga plain. What is the structural division? How it is different? Structurally and composition wise. This region is Khadar area. This is Khadar. क्यों? Because at that time, whenever there is flooding, so water can rushes up to here. During the flood time, water can rushes up to this particular point. So it is here is Khadar. Beyond this, we have the Bangar soil. Here it is Bangar. This one is Bangar. So, Khadar are recently deposited alluvial soil. This is the flood plain area in which every year we have flooding. So, it is flood plain. Flood plain. This is the flood plain where you have flooding is there every year because of heavy rainfall and all. Water will spill over and you will have deposition of sediments. Flood plain is there. When the water retreats, we have deposition of sediments here. You got it? This is Khadar area recently. The Bangar is away from this. Here you have. This is the Tarai regions. This one is the Bhapar region. This is the Shivalik or the Himalayas. You can see here अगर ये गंगा रिवर है तो गंगा रिवर के साइड पे एवरी ईयर देयर इज फ्लडिंग बिकॉज ऑफ फ्लडिंग द वाटर विल स्पिल ओवर दिस again it will retreat. So in this way they get deposited here, they deposit the sediment. The sediments deposited here is called as the this from the recently deposited alluvial soil which is called as the Khadar. Khadar are recently deposited alluvial soil here. The older soil are known as Bangar. Khadar and Bangar you have. Bangar is the older soil. Now beyond this Khadar, Bangar you have beyond this, इसके बाहर जो है ये older हो गया. Then you have, these are two which I have already discussed, Khadar and Bangar. You will find continuously Khadar and Bangar part in our northern plain. Okay, so Khadar and Bangar. Can you draw this so that I will explain it to you? Please draw this. Is potato not a cash crop for lower Ganga plain? Yes, it is under vegetable. So what? Yes, it is. Why not? It is also, but not as like economic value. If you look at is less as you know. If you look at other things, so based on that, I am saying rice called muri, बंगाली ब्रेकफास्ट होता है क्या? तो मुझे वेस्ट बंगाल जाना पड़ेगा, देखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, पॉप्ड राइस और वाट एवर, पॉप्ड राइस और वाट एवर देयर, यस इट इज बंगाल में है ना. चलिए फाइन, वी विल लुक एट ए, दिस इज लाइक यू नो, इफ यू गो टुवर्ड्स योर रीजन जस्ट बिलो द हिमालय, नॉर्थ बंगाल में तराई रीजन से ना, तराई यू हैव, तराई में क्या है? स्वाम्पी एरिया. देखो आप यहाँ पे भाबर क्या है? एट द फुटहिल्स ऑफ द हिमालय, रॉकी एंड स्टोनी मेटेरियल्स दे गॉट डिपोजिटेड हियर. रॉकी स्टोनी मेटेरियल्स है ना, ये सब डिपोजिटेड है. दीज आर लाइक क्या क्या है यहाँ पे? रॉक फ्रेगमेंट्स, you have rock fragments, और क्या है? in these regions, pebbles, cobbles, and even sand particles. So these region, as I just mentioned about, this is like, you know, rock fragments, pebbles, cobbles, etc. They got deposited at the base of the Himalaya, the base of the foothills of the Shivalik range. And here what happened? This fragmented metal, they got accumulated here. It is highly porous and permeable. This zone is highly porous and permeable zone. And this is highly porous and permeable. Highly porous and permeable. Highly porous and permeable zone. Permeable zone यानी कि पानी वहाँ पे नीचे चला जाएगा. There will be, first you note down about the Bhabbar zone. Bhabbar, these are, note down, these are depositional platform at the foothills of the Himalaya. This is a depositional platform at the foothills of the Himalaya. Bhabbar is a depositional platform at the foothills of the Himalaya, comprising rock fragments, pebbles, cobbles, sand particles, etc. Comprising rock fragments, pebbles, cobbles, and sand particles, etc. Just at the foothills of the mountain Himalaya, you have this. This is highly porous and permeable zone. Why? Porous and permeable particles widely. That's why, you know, it is porous and permeable, highly porous and permeable zone here, where the water sink. The surface runoff disappear here. In this region, the surface runoff disappear. Okay, surface runoff disappear. disappear and reappears at lower slope. नीचे जो है ना, in the lower slope it reappear at the lower slope regions. Lower profile पे reappear होगा. This is called as, that particular region where it reappears is in forming a swampy area called as tarai. Where it reappears, that region is called as tarai regions. Okay. Wherever it reappears, the region is called as tarai. So you have two things I said. Here, Himalaya, at the foothills of the Himalaya, a depositional platform developed with rock fragments, pebbles, cobbles, sand particles. It is a highly porous and permeable zone. It is a highly porous and permeable zone. Now, next point. Surface runoff means surface flow of water disappear and reappears at the lower slope. Surface runoff disappear and reappears at the lower slope. Surface runoff disappear and reappear at the lower slope. Surface runoff disappear and reappears at the lower slope. Where it reappears on the slope, lower slope known as tarai regions. Wherever it reappears is called as tarai. Tarai is a zone where it reappears. Okay. Next is tarai. Tarai के बारे में लिखें. It is a swampy and waterlogged, waterlogged zone located below the Bhabbar. Located below the Bhabbar zone. Okay. It is a swampy and waterlogged zone located below the Bhabbar. Swampy and waterlogged zone located below the Bhabbar, called as tarai. Swampy and waterlogged zone located below the Bhabbar, called as the tarai. तराई, ये देखो पानी यहाँ पे स्वाम्पी एरिया होगा, तराई रीजन्स, इट इज स्वाम्पी एरिया. Okay, swampy and waterlogged zone located below the Bhabbar is called as tarai. This is the tarai here. Hope you got it. Tarai is a swampy area, है ना. Best developed tarai you have in West Bengal, you have tarai, Bihar tarai, you have Uttar Pradesh tarai is there. Tarai you have, well developed tarai regions you are having in these regions. Tarai. After this, let me come to Bangar. ये दोनों हो गया. बंगर इज ओल्डर एलुवियल सॉइल, मैंने कहा था दे आर कम अवे फ्रॉम द रिवर वैली, है ना. बंगर इज ओल्डर एलुवियल सॉइल अवे फ्रॉम द मेन रिवर वैली, राइट. बंगर हो गया. I said older alluvial soil away from the main river valley. Okay, older one. In the upland region, you will find out, upland of this northern plain. Then you have Khadar. Khadar is, I told you, very young, recently deposited alluvial soil. Very young and recently deposited alluvial soil is Khadar. Khadar is very young and recently deposited alluvial soil. Done. Correct. Clear to all of you? Okay, let us now move on to the next. I'd like to say something here that calcareous accretion of or calcareization actual with nodular structure develops in the develops mostly in Bangar and sometimes in Khadar called as Kankad. Nodular calcareous accretion मतलब calcium rich deposits is found numerously in Bangar. In the older alluvial soil mostly you will find out. In the new alluvial soil rarely you will find. This deposit, calcareous deposit, calcium rich deposits of these minerals, these are is called as what? Calcareous accretion with nodular structure develops mostly in Bangar and sometimes in Khadar called as Kankad. This is called as the Kankad. This is called as the Kankad. Okay. So we have three things I said. Calcareous accretion with nodular structure develops mostly in Bangar and sometimes in Khadar called as Kankad. So these are calcium rich nodular accretion, nothing else. This entire plain regions of northern plains of India has this calcium rich deposits. Entire northern plain has this. Okay. So this is something for the time being for you on your northern plain. I will now move on to the coastal plains and the islands. Significance क्या है इसका? That is we will discuss in agriculture and all these, we are going to discuss. So I am not going to discuss here agriculture. There will be overlapping of all these. Okay. Challenges and problem also overlapping will be there. Agriculture problems, agriculture, deforestation, lot of things we'll see. My friends, try always to give the answer based on, don't block yourself. Whatever comes in your mind, try to jot down and write your answer based on the question asked, but try to weave all these points. I'll give you some questions on this, how they are giving and what should be the appropriate format of the answer. So after completion of physiography, we will have a discussion on this. So अभी देखे हैं आप coastal plains and islands. So next one is coastal plain. Coastal plain represents which are? These are like, these are located at the margins of the Indian peninsula. It is a depositional alluvial soil depositional zone between the eastern Ghats, between the located at the margins of the Indian peninsula, is an alluvial soil depositional zone between the ocean and continental zone. Okay, continental platform. इन दोनों के बीच है. There are two region, coastal plain. We have two coastal plains. Based on location, based on its location, two major coastal plains are present. What are those? Number 1, east coastal plain. Number 2, west coastal plain. First is east coastal plain and number 2 is west coastal plain. West coastal plain. East coastal plain and west coastal plain. We have two areas, you know. East coastal plain and west coastal plain. We will see now what are those, what are the characteristics of both these plains. East coastal plain and west coastal plain. Okay. So let me draw a diagram and find out, then we will differentiate between them directly. Kindly draw with me. Can you see this east and west coastal plain? आप peninsular India बनाइए. Please prepare the peninsular India first. Can you see the peninsular India? Draw the map of India, at least peninsular block of India. You will find out. We know that here we have the Western Ghat mountain. Somebody is saying, sir, so Bhavar region we can see big trees. No. In the Tarai region we will see big trees. Tarai. Please, could you please discuss Indian Ocean at last 2 days? else we can see big trees? No. You will not get trees in Bhabar region where streams disappear, I said. Please, could you discuss about Indian Ocean realms? Okay, completion of this topic, we can do the Indian Ocean, importance of this. Have you studied the our KSG booklet where chapter 1 it is given? You can see that. देखो यहाँ East coast is almost, West coast is highly fragmented, but East coast is completely, almost it is a continuous one. East coast is continuous one. Here you have. देखा आपने? This region is almost continuous one. Okay, it is in the state. What are the states here where you have all this? This is Gujarat, this is Maharashtra, this is Goa, here is Karnataka, here is Kerala, this is Tamil Nadu, here you have Andhra Pradesh, this is here is Odisha, this is West Bengal. I have already mentioned this. This is like, this is here is Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. This is here is Western Ghat mountain. This side you have Eastern Ghats mountain. Eastern Ghats. This side you have the Eastern Ghat, this side you have the Western Ghats. Okay. So Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat mountains are there. Between the Eastern Ghat and the Bay of Bengal, where is the Bay of Bengal? It is, here is the East coastal plain. Between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea, we have the West coastal plain. Between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea, you have, this is your West coastal plain, here is Bay of Bengal. Okay. I hope you remember all those which I have given example earlier. These are Kutch, Kathiawad, you remember that? All those names, you remember or not? Whether you remember this? ये सब बोला था ना इनका. Kutch, Kathiawad, Gulf of Khambat. This is, what is that coast? Konkan coast, Kanara coast, Malabar coast. I have already discussed about this. This is, ये हो गया काठियावाड़ प्लेन, this is Kutch plain, this is Khambat plain, this one is Konkan coast, this one here is Kanara coast, below this you have Malabar coast, कोस्टल प्लेन में ये सब आएंगे. हियर इट इज कोरोमंडल कोस्ट, कोरोमंडल कोस्ट. वी हैव हियर नॉर्दर्न सिरकार, नॉर्दर्न सिरकार. हियर वी हैव उत्कल कोस्ट, उत्कल कोस्ट. देन वी हैव बंगाल कोस्ट, Bengal coast. We have also Andhra coast here, Andhra coast. You remember this? I have already said about this region. So, we have already given this earlier regional division. I have already said this earlier if you remember. हमने किए थे ना ये. Do you remember that? Clear? Let us look at now that this both the plane as I have just mentioned, this is the plane here. We have already earlier mentioned about this Kathiawad, Kutch, Kathiawad, Khambat, Konkan, Kanara, Malabar, Coromandel, Andhra, Northern Sirkar, Utkal coast, Bengal coast. Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats, I have just mentioned about this, and I did say certain things on this. Clear? All of you are clear with this? Fine, let us find out, as I said, about two coasts, you have east and west. Let me now differentiate between them. East coastal plain and here is west coastal plain. See, the east coastal plain it extends from, if you look at extent first, extent कहाँ से कहाँ तक है, extent of this, yes, east coastal plain is extending from Bengal to Tamil Nadu, extends from West Bengal to Tamil Nadu, a continuous and broad plain. Here it is from Gujarat to Kerala, a narrow and fragmented plain. Narrow and fragmented plain region, here it is. And this is, here it is, West Bengal to Tamil Nadu, continuous and broad plain. What are the state, you know it. Which all state are there, you know it. Extent of this plain, this is a broad. Why it is continuous and broad? Because of convergence of the delta, river delta. देखो West Bengal Tamil Nadu continuous broad plain, it is located between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. But here it is located between the Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. You can see this. I said broad and continuous. Why it is? That is what is more important. East coastal plain is broad and continuous. Convergence of different river deltas at the eastern coast forms a continuous and broad plain. But on the contrary, presence of estuary at the mouth of a river, mouth of the west flowing river restrict the development of delta. Okay, here is deltaic plain. Delta are converging. At the mouth of a river, you have delta formation is there, but they say there is no delta. This is also a major cause. In one case you have delta, this case you don't have any delta. Okay, so this is also a coach I was planning but didn't able to complete. So I think because some people may have problem as per the timing, so I'll leave it here. But tomorrow from here I'll start. Please, you do one thing. Tomorrow at the beginning of the class, you please you can give me a slide of this particular point. Okay, it will be enough for us. We'll continue from this one. I'll explain it to you. I got some question from you people. Question is regarding one question here. It is about your. Let me see what are the questions. Any question, please go ahead. I'll take care of your question. A few question I got it. Can you please repeat it? Bhabar region, we can see trees. No, no big trees. Please, could you discuss about the Indian Ocean realms at the last of today's lecture? Indian Ocean realms, आप एक काम करो ना उससे पहले. Well, I'll go for the maritime security and certain things are there, so we need to look at that tomorrow. Bhabar region we can know, so no such major question here. There are few things it will be clear automatically while tomorrow I'll go for the island and then discuss the previous year question paper. Any other things you want to ask, please go ahead. I came to know that some people are coming from far away also, and you have some problems at 4. I have to leave, so I'm leaving. So at sharp today there are some problem, no doubt. Tomorrow definitely we'll take care of that. Tomorrow at sharp 11 will start, okay, and completely will do. Sir, the Periyar and Bharat Puja dams you mentioned last week are going to discuss that in the river. Yes, yes. All these things will be discussed in the river drainage. Tomorrow, yeah, I think it will take 20 minutes. Within half an hour, I will complete half an hour, 45 minutes below. Then we'll have the drainage system. So requesting you all to just have a glance over these particular chapters. So we will discuss a lot. Okay, हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे, क्वेश्चन आंसर डिस्कस करेंगे, and take out of whatever problem you are having on prelim and the mains, find out, drop this question to me, I'll answer that. Participate करो थोड़ा, participate. This week let us do the physical complete, will complete करेंगे, so that finally we can go for the human and economic part. And once physical geography is done, now देखो आपको फिजिकल का एप्लीकेशन आ जाएगा, ड्रेनेज सिस्टम एंड ऑल, इट विल बी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. थोड़ा सा फैक्ट है उस पर, वी नीड टू प्रैक्टिस दैट. ओके, सो थैंक यू वेरी मच, हैव अ नाइस टाइम, बाय बाय, गॉड ब्लेस यू, गिव योर बेस्ट. टुडे इज मंडे, दिस वीक यू शुड बी ए फ्रूटफुल वीक, वी नीड टू डू. गुड लक, सी यू टुमारो, बाय बाय.